In this video, I want to talk about the importance of keeping a safe following distance from the vehicle in front of you when you're coming up to merge onto the highway. So we're coming up to get onto highway number 1, going northbound, and there's a bit of congestion up ahead. And so you might be tempted to just get really close to the vehicle in front of you, except for we're not sure what's going to happen up ahead at the merge. So this distance here is your safety cushion. Based on our speed here, I would have liked to see the student observe even a larger following distance here, because we can see it's quite dense in terms of traffic in this merge lane. So there might be even more slowdown coming up here. And we can see that up ahead this vehicle keeps braking. We're not necessarily just relying on the vehicle in front of us to tell us what's happening, but we're taking the average of the 5 cars in front of them to figure out what's going on, which brake lights are coming on. And so in this case, it's going to be a zipper merge situation. But again, notice how it's kind of the traffic keeps braking or slowing down. So that should be already a clue that, hey, I don't want to be bumper to bumper with this car here. I need to actually observe a better following distance because I'm going to need it to be able to better see and to be able to better manage my merge here. So you can see here, this van here is not observing a very good, this is not even a good stopping distance, let alone a good following distance. Especially when there's cars coming up to merge. Like, are you essentially saying that you don't want to let any vehicle in, right? And so when you see this type of behavior and when you see the vehicles in front of you congested, you got to kind of back off. And so now we can see this vehicle here is trying to fit into here, but we already know this vehicle is driving a bit recklessly, given the fact that there's cars coming up to merge. And so again, compensate for their behavior by having a little bit more room here. Now, my student was distracted and not looking, and then they suddenly saw, oh, the traffic in front of me stopped, and they suddenly slowed down and stopped. I'm not sure if I braked or they braked, but this is way too close to be braking at this point. So what they should have realized in advance is something's up with this traffic up ahead. People are not observing safe following distances, right? And so where did the clue start? So let's back up the bus, so to speak, here. We can see the cars up ahead in this lane, they're not giving themselves enough of a buffer here, right? They're all following bumper to bumper, and the vehicles here on the highway, you can see this van is tailgating from all the way back here, right? And so there are clues up ahead that things might get a little bit more congested than we would like. And so we can't control any of that, but we do control this space here. Now, notice I'm not saying go slow, okay? I want you to keep up with the flow of traffic up to the speed limit, but you do manage this distance here, okay? And I always tell students, from here to that car over there, this is your bank account, and on the other side of this distance is a collision waiting to happen. So protect yourself by having lots of money in the bank account, or in this case, lots of space in front of you. That is the only thing we can control. And yes, sometimes because of the flow of traffic, it reduces a little bit, but you still have to manage it and say, okay, I'm not going to give up any more than this. Because if you don't, the alternative is you're going to suddenly brake, suddenly abruptly surprise a car behind you, and depending on the type of driver that's behind you, you might get rear-ended. They might be looking at their phone, they might not be managing their distance properly either. So the takeaway here again is merging in congestion, make sure you respect a good following distance or observe a good following distance from the vehicle in front of you so that you don't get caught off guard like my student did here by not managing their speed and their space cushion here safely.